Welcome back to Get With The Programming. I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grunler.
Wolverine.
Welcome back to Get With The Programming live on YouTube, as we're going to take a look at the leaderboard, what that's been like for the individuals. But the big thing today is the team quarterfinals events got released on time.
Yeah.
On time. And we have them. So we're going to go through them. So if you guys are doing them this weekend, Bill and I are going to give you some strategies, some tips. It's what we do. It's because we've done it. Because we were athletes, we are currently still athletes, and we're pretty good at programming. So I feel like we know what we're talking about.
Dang, dude, tooting the horn over there. Look at that.
I mean, dude, so we're not tooting as much as Savant did this morning. Jesus.
Savant's horn. That thing's like a.
He was having himself a morning. I texted him, I was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, is like, I disagree with your affiliate take.
Yeah, man. I'm like, hey, stop this. He gets on a rant. That's what I will say this. It makes me laugh.
Oh, it does.
He can say, like, some people go like, how dare he say? I just like, go, man. You say whatever you want, because I think it's funny. I think it's funny.
Oh, yeah. He was going for it. No, I actually got on the phone. I was like, disagree. Here's why.
Yeah.
I get it. So
no, totally.
We already had our conversation, but we're going to talk a couple of things here. One will be about the leaderboard for the individuals. I know there's been a lot of stuff there. Bill and I would like to give our 2 cents. We're not complaining. We're giving constructive feedback on maybe how to hedge against this next year, what they should do for this year. Then we'll get into the team events. But before we get there, we want to thank our partners of the show, Bubs Naturals, the MCT oil powder, the collagen protein, the apple cider vinegar gummies. It was in my coffee this morning. I wish I could drink it all day because it's so damn good. And it's so damn good for you, for as far as like how you feel in the mornings, waking you up. You get that collagen protein mixed with your coffee. That's 20 grams of protein in your coffee. So that's a win-win. And the apple cider vinegar gummies are great for your gut health. So I think it's a great way to start your day. So go to bubsnaturals.com. Use code GETWIT20 for 20% off. My new Element 26 thumb tape grips, or thumb tape and grips came in. I actually have them right here.
Flash them.
Corey's here. I didn't check the comments yet.
No, they're starting.
Corey.
Yeah, CrossFit Corey's in. Yeah.
Feel free to complain.
Yeah, no, totally.
One of the Corey's got the thumb tape, and they gave a glowing review. So we're not full of shit when we talk about things on our show, because, you know, I one thing for Bill and I is like, I don't carry a lot of things in my gym as far as like products and things like that. And I only do it if I actually use it.
Yeah. We
don't bring partners on this show because we want to collect a paycheck, because that's not why we do this, right? We do this because we love to do it. And the fact that we can hang out with you guys. So when we tell you that the thumb tape is the best we've ever used, it's the best we've ever used. Now, you might not think it's the best you've ever used, but you should try it, and you can get a discount while you do it. Using the Get With 15, 50% off at element26.co. Got my new grips, which was great. I'm glad I got them in. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Yeah, see, Soccer Mom? Dude, I used the belt yesterday to do a mile. I've been doing some sled drags.
Yeah.
So I, trying to get my calf back in order. So like a mile walk with a sled behind me. So I use my weight belt to hook onto the straps as it's behind me. And all
good call there. Yeah.
All the people
are. What the hell are you putting the belt on when you're doing a sled drag? What are you talking about? But that
not belting up. It's not for the back. It's just like a fastener. But it's been pretty cool. So make sure you guys go there. And with team quarterfinals, based off the camera angles at which they're making you do and the type of work they're making you do on camera, well, At least get it on camera with one of the best video apps out
Or
there.
just use 2 hammers that both have the waterproof app on there. You could app from both sides, which is going to be important. But we love these guys, not because of their video prowess, because it's cool. But they upped their game when they went to their Pro Pack, which has all of their, I think they now have 15 different 12-week plans on their programming plans for all kinds of different stuff. So you guys can definitely up your game there. It's $9.99 a month for that, for the Pro plan. But if you really want to up your game, especially going into the next season, depending if you qualified or not qualified, improve your music or your movement by going bionic, and that's the new program that they have set up. It's $19.99 a month. They use computer AI technology to see how you move currently and to set you up with a plan to get you moving better, and then they check you every month, so you can work that every single day, whether you have 10, 15, 20 minutes, whether you have equipment, don't have equipment. They will set it up for you, and then they will remind you on your monthly checkup to be like, hey, let's see if you've gotten better. And if you haven't, it's because you haven't been doing it. And if you have, then you're going to be seeing PRs and stuff. So get your act together, get bionic, get the other things, and then just become awesome. It's that easy.
I like that. Just become awesome.
Just become awesome.
You can buy your way to awesome.
Yeah, you can. With our three sponsors, you totally can.
I mean, I use all 3 every day.
Yes.
Really every day, except maybe for the weekends. But okay, so let's talk leaderboard first on the individual side. The big fiasco was that in event 3 with the shuttle runs, hundreds of people, if not thousands, did half the work on the shuttle runs, and it really did screw up the leaderboard on the individual side. Now, who did it screw it up? Did it screw up those that may be making the games? No, but it screwed it up for those that are trying to make semifinals. And I think the big issue here is that, when we looked at people qualifying for quarterfinals from the Open, we're like, listen, it's top 10% in the world. Just get it in, get your stuff done, and then let's move on. Like, we're not worried about the bottom 10 people to quarterfinals, right? You didn't miss it because somebody screwed up their range of motion or rep scheme. Like, if that's where you were, like, you have a bigger fitness problem than did they do their full depth thrusters and all that other stuff. But semifinals, like, it matters. It matters so much because to qualify for semifinals is a lifelong goal for some people. Like, that is some people's CrossFit games. And you have to work your ass. You have to train your ass off. You have to sacrifice. You have to do all of these things just to make semifinals now. That is not an easy feat, and it's a badge of honor to do that. So to not take the appropriate steps to ensure that the right people, which is all above the cut line, not the people that will qualify to the CrossFit Games. The right people is all 120 in North America, all 60 in Europe, all 30 in the other ones that just have one semifinal event. That is the appropriate demographic, and you got to get that right.
You have to get that right. I will say this. There was a video that I saw out, I think it came out today or yesterday. It was Justin Kotler and Brian Friend with Lauren Khalil on the Morning Chalk Up.
Yeah.
Those guys did a great job with their comments. And one of the things that I think that came out of that was you can't, as we get deeper and deeper into these qualification rounds, you need to be on your game. And you can't just sort of go, well, it's fine because right people get to the game. Like that statement that is our badge of honor is not an excuse. We cannot let that be, well, the main people aren't really in there, so it's not going to help, because all that does is snub your nose at your community. Even at this level, like this, the semifinals now are what the regionals were. And there were athletes that this, like, regionals was their games back in the day. So this is now going to be more important now. Something that's going to be extremely, well, yeah, now it is because of the way that it's being done. But it's the same idea. It's that step before the games. So you can't just blow off the bottom 10 people. And I mean, I think what really came out of the whole thing was, look, if you're going to be hard and fast on your rule in one thing, you need to be hard and fast on your rule across the board. And it just the inconsistency part is what's bad. And I'm not saying, I mean, we know the people up in CrossFit. We know Dave Eubanks.
We know
and his
who's in
team.
charge.
We know those guys. We know,
they
those
want to
teams.
get it right.
Yeah, they aren't trying to blow it off. They are under the gun.
Yeah.
So, I think that they really need to think. And I personally, I'll say this. I don't feel that the shuttle run was a wrong movement to put in there. No. I don't feel that it wasn't explained well enough to do it. Could they have used feet? Sure. But it said one rep is down and back. It says that in there. So to me, and I'd like, for all the teams that didn't do it right, like, I'm sorry. Like, you didn't read the directions. We've seen this at other times where other athletes have done that, and they got, I mean, sorry, you didn't make it. You did these wrong. You didn't read the directions. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So personally, all those teams that got it wrong, sorry, guys. Like,
right.
I mean, it's like, well, I mean, it's like if you're gonna go to a race and you think it's on Sunday, but it was written that it was on Saturday, and you show up on Sunday, you're like, but I'm here. I should be able to do it. It's like, no,
nope.
You read it wrong. Sorry. Yeah. Like, and I really, so I don't have a whole lot of, I don't really have a whole lot of,
what should we do? How to approach this? Like, it's,
yeah, like,
I'm with you. It's cut and dry. And just on the question real quick is, any thoughts on if we would be here with Dave Cash at the helm? Yes, because this is people, like, Dave could have been in still where he is, and this still would have happened because people screwed it up.
Yeah, this wasn't CrossFit messing it up.
CrossFit, yeah. You're right.
I mean, there was no. It's one thing if it's ambiguous. It's one thing if they say the Gretel, you're not allowed to have two people grabbing your bar and setting your bar. That didn't say anything. So so technically there's like some, like, well, you should have known, but it doesn't really say. No, this says, like, there's nothing ambiguous,
right,
at all.
Right.
I think if Dave was there, not that Dave did the scoring, but if you want to throw Dave in there, I think Dave would have been like, well, you read it wrong. You didn't do it right.
Right.
Oh, well, I thought it was 135 pounds on a deadlift, not 315. Oh, well, yeah, you were wrong. Sorry. Like, what do you want? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so the biggest problem is that these scores are still in the leaderboard. Now, I checked again this morning, and here's the deal. It's like CrossFit said the leaderboard is going to be finalized on Friday.
Yeah.
Which, here's what's tough, because no one could have foreseen thousands of people screwing this up.
Right.
And the way they screwed it up, it had a massive impact on the leaderboard. Massive. Whether it affected the top 1%, no, but like the bottom 1%, yes. And the bottom 1%, as far as qualifying to semifinals, is just as important and should be just as like, there should be a priority on that, just like the top 1%, because we're not finding people just to go to the CrossFit Games right now.
No,
we're finding people whose life fitness goal right now is to qualify for semifinals. If you're sitting there at 121, I mean, imagine how you would feel. And so CrossFit set a hard date for themselves, which is fine, because look, it's good to know things like that, but it's okay to sit back and go, listen, we know this is our hard line, but this is so effed right now. We're going to spend a couple of days and fix this for you. But then they posted the leaderboard's finalized. Like,
why? I know.
And Gunn, like, why are you doing this to yourself?
I don't know.
Let's say, hey guys, the situation
is worse than we thought.
For no better terms, like, the situation is fucked right now because all of these idiots didn't read the directions like they should have. Period. We're going to take a couple days and sort this shit out so that all of you guys that have worked your ass off to get to semifinals for 1, 3, 5, 7 a decade, right? Your CrossFit Games is coming up in May, June. We're going to take a couple extra days and figure this shit out. Not leaderboards finalized, social media posts, leaderboards finalized. And then there's like, then you look at the leaderboard and there's people that are on the leaderboard that did 2 workouts.
Yeah.
Or all of this. And like, all you had to do was just like, hey, I know we said Friday, but for you, we're going to take a week. Take 2 weeks. Just get it right.
And I think that
now I know they're doing that right now, though. Let me say this. I know they're doing that.
What?
They're trying to get it right. It's not finalized. It's
well, yeah, obviously.
But they haven't
stop
that. Just
stop saying it. Just say, hey, okay, call it what it is. It's not laying blame on anybody. It's like saying, hey, you know what? It's a worse situation than we thought. So while we are getting the team set up to get going, we still have it. We're going to let you know we have a team going that's still trying to clean this stuff up. Because technically, as far as I'm concerned, they don't need to do that. Here's how I think. I still think, I have said this for a lot of years. This is how I think these online things should be. That when you turn in your score, you also add the YouTube link so that everyone can see it. And the reason that everyone needs to see it is because that way, with all of the bazillion people that are out there watching, CrossFit will look at the numbers that they need to look at. They'll look at the top 100 or whatever number that they need to see so they can get the right numbers in there, whatever. Right. But if there are other people that are going to be like, hey, number 45 only did 6 laps. It was supposed to be 12. They're like, whoa. And if you get a couple of those that are in there, it's like, okay, well, now they know to do that. What it's doing is it brings out the community to not say yay or nay, but to say that person didn't do the right reps. This person didn't do the right number of reps. I don't want to make it to where it's like mob mentality ends up being the judge necessarily, but I think that would definitely help.
Opinion.
Because then everybody would know. Everybody would know. And if someone didn't have it, because then I think the other thing, there was the hack is you put in whatever score you want and you go back and fix it later. Well, if you have the video in there, okay, you can say, yeah, I got 1 rep. But no, actually, the video's right here. Because guess what? If you're up high enough on the line, someone's going to watch your video. Yeah, maybe if you're 300, no one's going to look at it, and you can lie all over the numbers that you want. But where it counts for qualifying, people will see it. Because everyone's going to look. And when you have the athletes that are on the cut line, and there will be, Justin Kotler, he talked about it in that interview. He has an athlete that is 2 spots from the cut line. 2. Right. And he's tied for that position. He's tied for 119.
Wow.
So it's like, of course, if all those videos are there, do you not think that the coaches are going to go and look at the other people to be like, hey.
Yeah.
Because my athlete needs to get in. So I'm going to make sure that I look at these other ones. If we do that, then all of these things will get hit up way sooner. And you have an army of people that are helping. But the CrossFit can still decide to do whatever it is that they need to do as far as moving and placing or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that would help. And then all it is links. I mean, YouTube is gigantic.
I don't know how to build a website. So let me start there. And the CrossFit Games website is already a dumpster fire to begin with.
I'm going to pretend. I'm just going to go on the assumption that they know how to do those things. It's
I hope they do. I hope they
add
have
a link.
People. I hope they have people in charge that are physically or capable to do their job, of which they're hired to do. But I remember the old leaderboard. Now you can still do this somewhere in the open, but like in the semifinals, you should. Here's the crazy thing: there are online competitions like for Wadapalooza, or it's like you can't submit a score without a video attached to it.
Right. It's not a new thing.
On competitioncorner.net. Free.
I will say this. We've talked to Waterproof app. I've talked to those guys because I talked to some other things with them a long time ago about this. And we were even going to have them and Competition Corner do some stuff. We tried to make it where we could group them up and work it towards for CrossFit for the open. Yeah. The stuff is out there. This is not like, man, Bill just came up with a great idea. Although I would love to take that.
Okay, here's the thing that we did, you and me and Wadproof, is that, right now, team quarterfinals and individuals, like they have 24 hours from basically noon Pacific time is when the window starts. Now that's a different time all over the world. But what we did,
we
created a rolling 24-hour window.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah. And the video got timestamped.
We did that.
Boom, done.
Us two idiots figured out how to create a 24-hour noon to noon time submission window for an online competition that we programmed for.
Yeah.
We did that. Well, WADproof did that, but what just
right.
it wasn't
It
that hard.
it can be done. It can be done.
It can be done. Now,
it can be done.
Things, again, who would have foresaw this many people screwing up the leaderboard? Nobody. And so the lesson we learned this year hopefully gets carried into next year. Like I can't, we're trying to think ways to fix, not what you did wrong, right? Ways to fix the things that they didn't really like. CrossFit didn't do anything necessarily wrong. They just again, they shot themselves in the foot by saying, okay, here's a hard deadline. And then, which isn't a bad thing, but it was like the announcement that the leaderboard was finalized. I'm like, why would you do that?
Right.
Or it was actually finalized because clearly something is wrong. So instead of announcing to the public that the leaderboard is done when it clearly wasn't, is like that's your fault.
That was in this particular, for this event, that was the only thing they did wrong. They jumped the gun on themselves. They did not write it wrong. They didn't write it ambiguously. It wasn't a movement that was hard to judge. It wasn't pistols. It wasn't.
Right.
They did all of the pre-stuff right. They saw that there were a lot more people that messed up that should have, and I'm sorry, that's a community thing right there. That's just dumb.
Yes.
But the way that they didn't have to drop the gate on themselves. They didn't drop the line on anybody. They dropped it on themselves. They guillotined themselves. Like, what are you doing? Screw you guys. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my own hand off. And then, that's right, showed you. What?
Yeah, right.
What are you doing?
And that was really the only thing they did wrong. And then a couple things after that. Like, I don't know.
But it makes them look, that made them look like they can't handle what they're doing. And that's the hard part.
Right. And that's coming off of all the other crap that's already happened this year.
Yeah, it's like you didn't need to do that to yourself, man. You were already, come on.
It's as simple as just be like, hey, this is what's happening. We recognize there's something wrong. There are thousands of videos that or people that have clearly inputted a wrong score. Just say that. Because everybody else is saying it.
So in the morning chalk up video that Lauren did, they had to respond. They invited CrossFit. I don't know who they invited. I don't know if it was Dave Eubanks or who they invited, but they invited someone from CrossFit to respond to it. The response that they gave, it was like someone was giving some sort of a definition of the astrophysics quantum theory of the space-time continuum. Like, it was this weird 70% of the must-have above the line. I could not figure out what the hell they were talking about. I'm like, dude, you now sound like you're trying to bullshit everybody. Is what it sounded like. Yeah. And I was like, dude, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that.
Again,
I don't think it helped you.
What are you doing? All right. So that's what happened. Now, I pulled up the leaderboard today. And I was like, okay, let's look at workout 3. And if you look at the leaderboard now, it looks like they are going through. Like, look, see, all of these are filled at the top. Jeffrey Adler won workout 3. Damn, bro. Working on your weaknesses. Anyways,
there you go.
There were people at the top here that had like 2 events. It's like, you shouldn't even be on the leaderboard. You shouldn't be on the leaderboard. But look at, like, they have come in through. Now this one looks a little.
Oh, that one right there, 4,103.
I got to 8th place and just went, no.
What about the guy that got 4th?
No. Yeah. Okay. I take it back.
Sorry, Strassel. Sorry, my friend.
But Constantine, you shouldn't be on the leaderboard. Period. You did 3 of the 5 events. You clearly are full of crap. You missed 1 event, so you shouldn't be on the leaderboard. You're full of crap. You missed one event. Like if you didn't fill out all of your, okay, now I'm getting angry. If you didn't fill out all of your events, you shouldn't be on the leaderboard.
Nope.
You should have no effect on the people qualifying for semifinals if you didn't do all the events. 0.
Right.
Why is it so hard? Oh my God. Okay, I need to calm down.
Deep breath. Deep goose frog.
So how do you fix this? 1, you go through just like this and you remove every single person that didn't complete all 5. Done, gone, off the leaderboard. That's really simple to do. And it's someone's job that works for you to do that. And I don't care if they have to work 24 hours a day, because this is the mess you have put yourself into. And this is the mess you're going to have to get out. And as far as watching videos, if you need help, then just recruit your level 1 staff. And like, guys, we are in a jam and we need your help. By the way, this is also the same level 1 staff that usually judges the CrossFit games.
Yeah, don't they get voluntoried for that too?
And then the best part, whatever, get voluntold. I don't care. Like this is a DEF CON, I don't know. I think the numbers go like DEF CON 1 is the worst, like DEF CON 5 is the lowest. So like this is DEF CON 1 shit show. Level 1, get on here and like go through this. Go through it.
I'll say I don't think that you even need to have someone hand go through these numbers. It should be that if there's a no score, a not score, that it automatically drops you below, like automatically. They shouldn't affect anybody. Like your points now don't count.
Right. Yeah. If you don't have everything submitted, you shouldn't even be able to have.
You're not gonna qualify. Yeah, it should not. If you have 4 of the 5. Thank you for coming. Try again next year, but your scores do not affect anybody on the board. Anybody. I don't understand. Like you're out of the race. You're out of the race. So your points shouldn't count.
And the good thing here is that when you watch these videos, you only have to watch 4 minutes of the video max and realize that this person is doing half shuttle runs.
Yep.
As soon as you see someone do a half shuttle run, that person removed. I don't care if they only did it for 1 round. Out. You're out. Not a second penalty. Not a, well, okay, they did half of the work. So it's like, no, if you did half of the work, you have clearly missed a major piece of this workout, which was the shuttle runs. You're out. No time penalty. You are disqualified from competition.
Yeah.
Done. And I don't want to hear this, but what if they like cut through the bullshit? Hard.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. This is an easy thing to have a hard line on.
Yes.
This is the easiest thing for CrossFit. The easiest hard line to draw, because it's so dang obvious. Like, what is there to say? You said what the run was supposed to be. They didn't do it. Where's the question? Oh, right. Well, I didn't know. That's not. How was that anybody else's fault except yourself? It's not CrossFit's fault.
So Corey, I'm not saying level 1 should do this for free. Just look, pony up, like, hey guys, every video you view, we're going to give you $2 or $5, $2. You got to watch a video for 2 minutes. Sorry, John.
I get it, John.
I'm sweating.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Hey, every video you review, $2. Boom. Just send it out to your level 1 staff. Hey guys, here it is. Get it done. Check the box. Move on. Say, give me pass or fail, and just run through it. Do that in a week. You do that with 150 of your employees that you pay to do this. Like if I'm getting $2 a video and I'm watching that for 2 minutes times, what is it? Times 30 times 20. Like I'm making 30, $40 an hour. Okay. No. Done. Get rid of them.
$1,000, you're saved.
Or how about,
hey, $1,000, you're saved.
Give a shit how much it costs. Save your integrity. What's the price on that?
I don't think that they're worried about that right now.
Well, I think then that's another problem, Bill. God bless. What's the cost of your integrity?
I'm really expensive, so I don't know.
The point is that there shouldn't be a price for that.
Exactly.
Right? You want people to come back next year, fix this. Fix it. I don't care what it costs, and neither should you, because like I said, trust, integrity, there isn't a, like, you have to earn that. And when it's gone, it's hard to get back, especially after what's happened after the last few years, especially what's happened over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you fix this? How do you fix this going forward next year? One, if they don't submit all 4 scores, they don't get to, they're off the leaderboard. This person who got nothing in event 4, how do you not do event 4? It's the easiest one. Bench. Like, you power clean a barbell, you're in. Anyways, like, you didn't submit event 4. You were off the leaderboard. Your 9th place finish in event 3 shouldn't be an effect anywhere.
Nope.
None. The other one is that in quarterfinals, I don't care about the open. In quarterfinals, you cannot submit a score without a video. That's it.
Exactly.
And then that's it.
And every video is put up. And when you click on their score, and it has a link to their video, go watch it. You know, it's weird. Like I have been told in the past that it takes too much bandwidth. I know.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just I'm mad because this is really important to me.
Well, what's hard, dude, is that we just why are you doing this to yourself? You don't need to do this to yourself. You are making this bad, and it doesn't need. This to me is the easiest fix that CrossFit has been confronted with. Yes. The easiest fix. You know, his son will do that for him. He'll take care of that.
No cry. Because I'm a bitch. But we spent 32 minutes. Okay, and I've probably bitched way more than I should. No, that's not true. How do we fix this? One, give yourself the leeway to change a hard deadline. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You have a goal. We want it to be done by Friday, but we did not foresee this entire dumpster fire of workout 3. We do not hold you guys accountable for that. That is not your fault. 2, you don't get to have an effect on the leaderboard if you do not do all the workouts, period. You should be removed from the leaderboard. That's it. You're telling me someone could show up, do event 4, and then peace out? That is ridiculous. 3, the third and final fix. You cannot submit a score without a video. That's it.
Done.
And we're done. There's a solution. We're done. All the bitching and moaning aside, and how you feel about this personally, and how we think about this personally, and what this looks like for CrossFit and us alike, as we have this issue right now for the community, give yourself a way out to change the deadline. It's okay. Nobody cares. You can't submit a score. You can't affect the leaderboard without all 5 scores, and then you have to submit a video for every score you send. And we're moving on.
Yep.
Do we need to do anything different than that?
No.
Why is it that hard? And don't tell me we should have figured this out the other time, or we'll do it next year. Like, events are already doing that. You can't sign up for a online. I don't know if Wadapalooza does it, but I know, like, you can't submit I know there's events that do this, is that you can't put a score in without a video.
Yeah. Everyone you're supposed to submit. Everyone. Now, granted, that means that they'll decide which ones they want to look at, and that's fine.
I want my soapbox to look of rowers to look like the Game of Thrones throne. Yep, exactly. Same page. All right. Do we need to talk about this anymore?
No, let's move on already. Jeez.
All right, let's move to the fun stuff. All right, the team events just got announced on time. Thank the Lord. And we're going to go through this because it's not confusing. But, all right, let me move our faces. All right, team event number 1. What we have here is kind of a little combo of yours and I's.
Okay, real fast.
Yes.
When you have that much riding and people fucked up down and back as a lap, I
So
would
this
be
is
nervous as hell.
yeah, I thought about this. So I watched all the videos, and like halfway through the video, my brain started like singing an Encanto song.
Yeah, totally.
Like, and then the male 1 and male 2 and female, they're waiting in the back, but this person's doing squats with a handstand walk, but they got to run to the other side of the line, but it only counts as a half a point, but this one counts as 1 point. Then I'm like, we don't talk about Bruno. Like, that's where I got. That's just about as far as it's just.
My daughter loves that song.
Dude, my kids, every time now, it doesn't help. My kids are in like Spanish immersion daycare, so like we are all about Encanto in the house right now.
Talk about Bruno.
Yeah, it's gonna start like we don't talk about shuttle runs.
We don't talk about shuttle runs.
All right, so here's how it's gonna go. This is a bit like what we had said. Is that male 1, female 1. Male's doing dumbbell work. Females doing handstand walk. They switch dumbbell work, handstand walk, and then they give it to the next pair. Right? That's your 30 front squats, handstand walks, front rack lunges, handstand walks, right? They're flipping, flopping back and forth. The handstand walk I had in there, the lunges you had in there. We have pistols, which is going to be fun to watch on. We already made our case there.
Yep.
As far as the workout, let's just take the fact that this is an online competition out of it. When you're mixing your pairs together, I'm in the camp of put your best people together since they're pairs. So at least you have a fast pair as opposed to like splitting up the talent and making both slower. So we're not analyzing the programming right now. We're just telling you how to be fast here. So
right.
I would say put your best 2 together and then your worst 2 together.
Yeah.
And that's really all the teamwork you got.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know where else you're going to go with that.
Oh, okay. How about this? What would you prioritize as being the most difficult thing here, and how you would put the best together? Would it be your best pistolers have to be together, or your best lungers and handstand walks have to be together? Like, how would you prioritize of who would be, in quote, your best athlete for this event?
I think what I would do is I would have your best pistolers together, because I think the squats and the lunges are going to be there. Everyone will be able to do those. I think the weights aren't heavy. I think that they'll be fine to do that. So the pistols will be a thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be able to do handstand walks. Well, I mean, like everyone has to do them. You know what I mean? Like, so like as far as who you're going to put first, I guess. I mean, the fact is that everybody has to do, and it's the same amount. So like, that's almost kind of like off the table because everybody's doing it, you know? I'm trying to think like, okay, where are you going to be as you get towards the time cap?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, how are you going to be able to get the max number of reps? If you start off with your worst people, then you have the chance of missing some reps in there. So I think you would want to have obviously your best going first. And I think it really comes down to who are going to be your best pistols. I don't think that there'll be any hang up everywhere else. The handstand walks, if you have someone that's not good at handstand walks, your team is going to get hammered. Like you do not have a chance on this one.
That's why I'm kind of thinking handstand walk is you put your best handstand walkers together. Unless your guys are slow at squat.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not pistols. Those 30 dumbbell squats, although it's right in the beginning.
Yeah, they're not tired. Dude, that's 100 pounds.
Yeah. Let's see what the scorecard is. Oh, reps. Setup. Look at all this stuff they have to put in there because people.
I mean, the pistols after doing 30 squats and the lunges.
Yeah.
I mean, your legs are just going to be blown.
Right. I think the handstand walks by the end, that's who you got to pick. Because in the first round, yeah, but as like it adds up.
Totally.
I really do think
Well,
That'll
but
be
as you said, I mean, I agreed with the very first point you said is you put your two best people together.
right.
And
I'm saying is like, how do you determine who's the best? Is it your best handstand walker? That's what I'm asking,
oh,
right?
got it.
And now that we've looked through this, I think you put your best handstand walkers together.
Yeah, so they can get the furthest at the end.
Well, and like they're just going to be able to take that off the table. Then it just becomes the work on the dumbbell work. That's it. Dumbbells, pistols, and the squats. That's your pace setter. You don't want to have to be waiting on your bad handstand walker. So I think since handstand walk is the most prominent movement in here because it's in all three,
Yeah,
you pair your best handstand walk athletes together.
and they're saying down, back, down is the 3, right?
Yeah, because you have to run down. So you go. It's 3 lengths, not laps. Lengths.
I got those definitions in there, and everyone's good.
Right? Probably, Stefan.
Right.
Breaking news: Mayhem Freedom has completed all workouts in record time and now are riding bison. All right, so that's event 1. So we're gonna agree your best handstand walkers.
I would say, yeah,
as your first pick.
Yeah, just because handstands through the whole thing.
That's the most. Yeah. All right. So event 2. Where are you, little guy?
Did it say that they had to be unbroken?
No. Oh, let me look.
Because if it's not being unbroken, then I would go back to the pistols myself. If it's 5 foot increments.
Okay, I have it here. Each length of the measured handstand walk will count as 1 rep. So that's different than the shuttle runs. Well, that's not going to be confusing at all. Both hands, including at any time the athlete comes down, they must repeat the entire length.
So, okay. So it's that whole, you have to do 25 feet unbroken.
I believe so. Both hands, including the palms and fingers, must touch the ground completely clear of the line marker at the end and before the feet touch at the ground. If any time the athlete comes down from their hands before finishing the length, they must repeat the entire length. I see nothing here as 5 foot increments. So I'm thinking this is a 25 unbroken.
With that being the case, I will say the handstand walks. If it was the 5 foot increments, I would go back to the pistols. But because it's the 25 foot unbroken, I'll go that because now the emphasis is on that.
Let me see.
You can work your way through the squats. It's just going to be slow. These like that, the adding up that you're going to have, the compilation of that, and still having to go unbroken for people that aren't good at them, that's going to be your whole deal.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I don't see anything here that says 5 foot increments.
Okay.
So, all right. Event 2, a little bit of what I thought it was going to be, but with synchronized burpees, line-facing burpees. So all 4 teammates will do 15 synchronized line-facing burpees. And then 2 shuttle runs, which would be a down and back twice, pair 1, down and back twice, pair 2. Then 20 synchronized burpees, 3 and 3, 25, 4 and 4, 30, 5 and 5. And then you work your way down, 25, 4 and 4, 23 and 3, 15, 2 and 2. So this is a combo of what I thought it was going to be, plus the 7 minutes of burpees joke that I had, that we had in the Open in 2012. And this is kind of what Boz had said, that the athletes that are going to win this workout are going to have to do a lot of disgusting fitness to do it. But that is going to be very unfun to judge the 4 athletes doing synchronized line facing burpees for 15, 35, 60, 90, 150, 150 synchronized line facing burpees.
Dude, that's all this event is. The shuttle runs is a waste of time.
Shuttle runs is rest time.
It's just
shuttle runs is the break.
Not a fan of this event. I think it's programmed lame.
Man,
I would have honestly, I would have rather had that. I would have rather had them do all right. Team 150 burpees for time.
Yeah,
synced.
All right. Well, we're not analyzing.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
As far as the team, I think we just said it's like the burpees is where you win. It's not in the 15 or 20. It's the 25, 30, 25.
Yep.
That's where you have to be the most intentful in your intensity. And the shuttle runs should be your rest time as a team, because it all comes down to the burpees. This is a burpee event.
It's a burpee event. Totally.
It's not a shuttle run event.
No. So what you need now is, like, you know how a lot of times when people do the burpees over the worm, or they're doing sync, everyone drops to the ground and they're looking around to make sure everyone's down. And then someone will say, and up. Right. That has to be tight. That has to be tight. Like, you need to be able, you could take your jog so that you guys are rested on those shuttle runs, but that has to be whoever is your leader, loud. I mean, I would honestly, I would do this with no music. I would drop the music down so that communication is tight, so that you can hear that, because everybody needs to hear up. So everyone knows that everyone's down and they can say up, because everybody has to go down at the same time. And you're always, especially on this stuff, you're always going to be driven by your lowest common denominator. So you got to be able to play to that person the whole time. And so the other athletes are going to be pushing them, keeping them moving, but you have to know exactly how they're feeling so that you're not, pushing them past where they're not able to hang with you. Yeah.
This is straight synchronized burpee event. Shuttle runs are an afterthought. And not to be confusing with event number 1 is that down and back is 1 for the shuttle runs, but down was only 1 for the handstand walks.
Right.
As if we didn't learn our lesson already.
Your key here, communication, people. Communication on the burpees.
The big thing here is, I usually say, is pick your slowest athlete, your least conditioned athlete, and just let them do burpees at their own pace. And everybody just try to beat them to the floor on the next burpee.
Yep.
So you put them put them in the middle, and everyone's watching them. And as soon as they get up, everybody gets up and lays down as quick as they can. And then they wait for that person to get up off the floor again. So you take your least conditioned athlete and you just say, do burpees as fast as you can, and we will follow you. That's how you do this event.
And then add a don't fuck it up on the end of that.
Yeah. Don't fuck it up, right?
Hey, we're all watching you, but no pressure or anything.
Don't take us out on a burpee. All right. We're following you. No head fakes. Okay. So that's the way you tackle this one. There's nothing sexy about it. There's nothing crazy. This is a disgusting one. Like, this one's just going to be awful to do.
Yeah.
But as far as how to do this right, put your weakest link in the middle and follow them. That's it. Rest on the shuttle runs, especially on the early ones. Don't sprint the 2. Don't sprint the 15 bar facing burpees, because after you're 15, you have 135 more reps to go. So, like, temper your intensity until you get to the middle.
And throw up Soccer Mom's comment there. Why does it not say burpee over the line? It does in the description, but just not on this piece. And so I'm hoping that people don't just look at the list right here and go, oh, okay, but line facing burpees, or just line burpees, or whatever. Do what it says that you need to do. Watch the video, read the descriptions, people.
To be fair, they're also called bar facing burpees. They're not called burpees over the bar. So let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be, people.
I have 2 different kinds. I have two different ones. Those are different ones to me.
No.
I have bar facing, meaning you're perpendicular.
Yeah.
And burpee over the bars, I don't care where you can be, like, laying next to it.
Okay, well, we had more complexity to what I thought was pretty easy. All right, event number 3. Now, if you watch this video, your brain will explode. But if you just sat there and listen, it's like the men pair will go first. It's a clean and jerk ladder of 5 different weights. Male athlete will go, they'll do 5. The other guy will do 5. The second person changes the weight for the person behind him. They do the first 3 weights with the first bar. They move the bar out of the way, and then the last 2 weights at the last bar. The time cap is 7 minutes. They either finish the workout or they get a total number of reps completed. If one athlete can't advance, the other one can be on their own and go through. Once they finish or they get capped, it's the women's turn. Okay, very basic. There's no strategy here other than there's no strategy here. Just go as far as you can. The only strategy is, like, if you're going to miss, then get the F out of the way so your best person has more time to complete the work. That's it.
Right.
I would say put your best person first.
Well, you don't really have a choice because it's male, male, female, female. So your 2 guys are going to go.
I just mean between the 2 guys. Yeah, it's like, hey, you're better than me, so you go first. I'll get as far as I can, as fast as I can. But as soon as I get to a bar that I can't do,
Totally move.
it's all yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I miss one time, maybe I get another shot, but that's it.
Yep.
I would say is you have one miss. If you miss more than one, get
That
the
would be
F out of the way.
that would be the call. That would be the call.
So there's really no team strategy here other than don't waste time. I don't know what else to tell you guys.
Well,
I mean, is there any more team strategy to this other than like you get one miss, and if you miss again, you're out?
Yeah. Get out. Yeah.
Get out of the way. Rest. I would say you can't rest more than 20 seconds after your first miss. If you rest 30, just get out of the way. Your one extra rep will do us no favors if I don't get to do the last barbell.
Yeah.
Right.
That was kind of boring. No strategy.
They don't have to strip their bar, Corey. They have 2 different bars. All right.
And moving on.
So this one, you have female pairs going first. So the men pair went first on the barbell one. The female pair goes first on this one. They'll do 40 synchronized toe to bar, 30 synchronized box jumps at 24 inches, 20 synchronized alternating dumbbell snatches at 50 pounds, 10 rope climbs together, and then 20, 30, 40. Synchro, synchro, synchro. Once they complete it, then it's the men's turn. Men are using a 70-pound kettlebell and using a 30-inch box. Good on CrossFit and good on Boz for not making the women do 30 as well, because that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yep.
But it's a women go synchronized, and then the men go synchronized. And this is just more about playing to the strengths of your weaker link.
Totally.
That's about it.
Yeah. Just like you said in the burpee, you take your lowest end athlete on whatever pair you're talking about, and they set the tempo. And the other athlete just watches, and you stay right with them on the toes to bar. They come down, know what the capacities are, so that athlete can call when they need to come down, with the understanding of like, hey, okay, if we have big chunks like on toes to bar, if they're not very good at toes to bar or less than you are, then they need to not try to get 35 unbroken toes to bar. It's like, hey, let's do sets of 10 then, so we can stay on track, regulate their rest, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. Sam's question to event 3, if you miss, are you even able to sub out? Yes. So the athletes say, I'm out there because I'm not strong at all. I get to the 3rd bar. I can only do 2 reps. I can't make the 3rd. I can leave and I'm done. I can't come back. So once I exit and let my teammate come in, my reps are total. And the deal here is like, even if he finishes, we only get the total reps completed between the 2 of us. We still don't get a time. Like we don't get a time because my teammate completed the reps. So just wanted to come back to that. No step down. That's a good question. Let me look at the old stat sheet here. Let's see. Where is the standards? Movement standards, toes to bar, box, and only the feet may make contact with the box. Using the hands to push into the legs of the jump is not allowed. So that means jumping with your hands on your knees. That's been a rule.
No, I know, but I knew it was known. That was the Annie rule, actually.
Oh yeah. I mean, they used to do that for air squats after the 2011 like swim Murph.
That's what I mean, because Annie was doing that.
So
because they didn't
doing that shit too.
They didn't. Heck yeah, they didn't say you couldn't. So I like that they had that written in there.
I'm sad that they took that away. Also, pushing your hand off your knee on heavy dumbbell snatches. I'm sad they took that away too. The rep is credited when both athletes' feet are on top of the box and both athletes' hips and knees are fully extended. Let's see, jumping off the box and reaching fit. Oh yeah, you can't jump off the box and reach extension. If one athlete reaches the finished position ahead of the other, they may hold that position and wait for the top. So synchro, I believe, will just be at the top of the box.
Yeah.
Athletes may step down or jump down. The reason for that, let's see, Corey is.
I think they're already slow because it's synchroed.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to rebound, they can, I guess, right?
As I said, you can jump down or whatever. But like the reason they had the individuals stepping down is because you are now going to be like, they're trying to slow you down. Here, since you're already synchro, you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
have that pause. You're already going to have that intensity is going to be brought down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're not going at full speed.
Right. All right. So as you look at this, I mean, work to your weakest link's abilities. Don't break off too big a sets on the toes to bar, because the dumbbell snatches, rope climb, dumbbell snatches is going to screw up your grip more than you think.
Yeah.
But I think this whole event comes down to the last 40 toes to bar. Like, that's it. What did you screw up in the middle that will affect those at the end?
Yeah.
It's really just a pacing game until the last 40 synchro toes to bar, right?
Totally.
I mean, your heart rate's going to get jacked up for the 30 box jumps in front of that, but the box slide is so high. Like you said, it's going to slow you down. If this were 24 and 20, I think that's a different story.
Right.
Then you'll see that rebound, and you're going to see rebounding here for the 24 and 30. You're going to see it. Like, people are going to have the ability to do that. But it's the last 40.
And
how do you get there?
And again, it's all just like you said, all the stuff that builds up to that. So my strategy would be, you have to know exactly the number that you're going to take so that you can ride right under the red line. Like, there should never be a point of like, we almost didn't get that toe to bar, or the sync, like we got out of sync on the synchro box because we were a little tired. Like, all of those things, the snatches, same thing. Like, take a 3-second break. It's okay, because you will not miss any reps, and do that regularly so that you can stay on track. And the more you can stay very robotic with that, you're right, then it's going to come down to the end, because whoever has the capacity left to hold, and I don't mean that you get down to the 40 and you have to, again, try to get into the 30s or something like that.
Yeah.
Sets of 10 or your sets of 7 or whatever the set is that you're doing, with a very calculated rest, that someone is on that the whole time. Like, they are counting the rest for you so you can hop right back up there and do it.
Yeah. As far as teamwork, I mean, this is a weak link thing. Forcing the females to go first versus letting the teams choose. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
It needs to be in there every once in a while, right? Expose someone. So that's fine. This isn't the biggest team work. It's a pair work. We just did pair work. But you need to do synchro stuff. Yeah, we did pair work in event 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, again, the race is the race.
Sorry.
So whatever they put up. No, I know it's hard. It's hard not to analyze. I know it's hard. It's hard.
That'll be next week.
But you're right. Get your people out there, and I think it's the strategy is, you need to understand the athletes that you have on your women's side, or actually on both of the sides, so that you are ready to go on that last 40. Because I think on the women's side, when they get to the rope, like, that's that's going to be tough.
It's only 10 though. I mean,
still,
it's 5 a person.
I know. I get it.
Getting soft, Bill. Come on. Wait, sorry.
I'm not talking.
I'm not analyzing the programming.
Right. I'm not talking the top. I'm just saying that generally speaking, everyone needs to be very aware of where they are, so that they're able to finish strong at the end.
For sure.
Which means setting yourself up for success during the first
100
part.
rep buy-in.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
40, 30, 20, 10 is a buy-in. The next 20 is pace this out a little slower, so I can kind of let my heart rate come down, pace this out a little bit more control for the next 30. And then we get to the 40, as we said, like that's where
that's the moneymaker. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's your strategy for event 4. And then we come to event 5, where there's no strategy whatsoever other than put your fastest person first.
Yep.
1 through 4. Hey, I'm the fastest. Okay, you go. Who's the next fastest? Me. All right, you're next.
Yep.
Who's the next fastest? Or wait, now we've already decided. Like, you look at your pairs, and then, hey, between you and Bill, who's faster? I'm like, well, Bill is, because there's gymnastics. Bill's going first. I will go second. Who's your fastest on the girls? She is. All right, then you will go second.
And done.
What's the strategy for this?
Yes.
Unbroken. Like, there is no strategy. You go unbroken.
Yeah, totally.
I'll say this. If you're trying to qualify for the semifinals, you go unbroken. If you want to have a shot at not screwing it up, take 1 break.
Yep.
Right? If
Yep.
going unbroken on the thrusters is going to make you break a lot on chest to bar pull-ups, don't go unbroken. If taking one break will allow you to maybe, like one break on both, that won't kill you.
Totally.
One in the 27, one break on the chest to bars, because it is going to come down to how you handle the last barbell for the thrusters at 135 and 95, and then obviously the 9 ring muscle ups at the end. And you'll be surprised how much your dip is smoked from the thrusters for those ring muscle ups.
Yeah, don't win the first barbell in the first set of pull-ups. Don't.
Yeah. I actually think you'll be fine taking a break or two.
100%. It's going to come down to the ring muscle ups. If you have to take a break on the ring muscle ups, you just lost 45 seconds.
Yeah, good point. If you're breaking once, you're probably going to break twice.
Yep.
So my unbroken is those elite teams that are already looking at the CrossFit Games. Have fun. Go unbroken. Go as fast as you can. Those guys that are trying to qualify for semifinals by not effing this up, take your breaks in a smart way and maximize your speed rather than blow up, like you said, Bill, on the rings.
Yeah.
All right. Now, nothing wrong with relays. Shit, God bless. Sorry.
It's hard.
Not analyzing the programming.
It's hard.
You should do relays in team competition. This should be in there. No problem with it whatsoever.
Yeah, there should be one event of that. Absolutely.
All right, let's chip through this real quick. I'll work all the way back to event number 1. Your fastest pair, because we believe the handstand walks are unbroken.
Strongest handstand walkers.
Strongest handstand walkers is pair 1. Weakest handstand walkers is pair 2. That simple. On event number 2, it all comes down to your weakest link, which is fine. You need to test that too. But it's a line facing burpee workout, or a burpee over the line workout, if we want to do semantics and clear up all confusion. But there's 150 of these bad boys, and you just follow your slowest person the whole time. That's it.
The whole time.
You don't turn on the gas until the 25, 30, 25. Shuttle runs are your rest time. Event 3, no strategy here. Strongest lifter first. You get one miss. If you miss again, as a weaker athlete, you're out. Is that it?
That's it. Makes the strategy really easy.
Not that hard, actually. Synchro toes to bar, or the synchro workout. The women will be starting first. You just play to your weakest athlete. Break this up as needed. The only strategy that you and I put together was on the first 100 reps, pace that out to set yourself up for the next 90.
Yep.
But it's all going to come down those toes to bar at the end.
Yep.
All right. And then event 5, fastest male, fastest female first. After that, it doesn't matter.
And there you go.
And that is the groundbreaking team strategy that we have on Get With The Programming. Oh, man. I would like to do a couple of these.
I like this last one. I like this last one.
Yeah, the last one's cool.
I like the clean ladder one too.
Yeah, I like those weights. Those are good. Those are good race weights.
Yeah.
Let me go back to that real quick. Event 3, right?
Yes.
So men's weights, 5 down to 4. 185, 205, 225, 245, 275. And that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 reps. I think that's perfect for racing.
Yeah, I love it.
Because it's a 7-minute cap. Let's not, like, this is a sprint. This is a speed clean ladder for teams.
Yep.
And someone guessed that. And I totally pooed on the idea. I want to apologize. One of you guys guessed that last time. You said clean ladder. And I was like, no, there's only 2 bars. But I forgot you can add weights to barbells because I'm an idiot. So I will.
Yeah, but it was red in the picture.
I will congratulate you guys, whoever guessed that. I like those weights. That would be fun.
You know what? Why didn't they do 135 for the first women's weight?
I don't know. I'm looking
they
at
have all the right ones in there. They got the 225, 155, 205, 145.
Probably for the simplicity of loading.
Maybe.
I get it. I don't want to take the 5 off and then put the 10 on. For simplicity of loading's sake.
You're lucky.
I get it.
You're lucky.
But I mean, when you so your approach this, I'm looking at for the 5, I'm going touch and go.
Yeah.
For the 4, I don't think I can touch and go that. No, if I'm juiced up, I could.
You'd
Not
go
steroid. If I'm hyped up. Sorry, let me.
You'd go 2 and 2.
Clearly, by my deadlifts, I do not take steroids. I think it's touch and go the whole time. And I'm thinking me. Games teams.
Well, they definitely
Annie
will. Yeah.
Forrestadter, they're probably complaining because it's not heavy enough.
With Tola, yeah, totally.
Tola's gonna do this with snatches. Like, no, bro, it's clean and jerks. I like that one. This might be my favorite one.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like the first one. It's complicated on paper, but I like that. The back and forth, the handstand walks, the you work, I work. I like event 1, minus the pistols, but minus the pistols for online competition. If I was just doing this for fun, I'm glad it's only 30.
Yeah, totally.
I'm bad at pistols. What team is going to struggle? Ooh, that's a great question.
In what event?
Yeah. I can't wait to see. I think all of these events for your elite teams are really easy.
Oh, totally.
But as far as finding a group to quarterfinal or semifinals, I think these are great tests because your fittest teams, there will be no doubt that they belong there.
Right.
Like there's no outlier. There's no, this was too heavy and they only made it because they're a strong team, or there's so many gymnastics, like they only made it because of that. I think the teams that qualify with these events are going to be the right teams just off first glance. Have fun with workout 2, everyone. And have fun with workout 2, Dave Eubanks. You might need to sit down with Boz and talk about, hey, next time, let's have a little programming approval of what it's going to look like on the back end here.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm glad it's only 30 for that, too, for the pistols. My goodness.
I want to know how they plan on judging these pistols with 4 people in one video. Well, only 2 people are going at a time. Actually, only 1 person will be going at a time.
Oh, that's true. Because the other one's going to be doing going the down and back.
Corey, you're having a rough day with your comments, man.
Seriously.
How are the women going to strip the bar for the men? It's like it's 2 barbells. Only 1 person's working at a time. It won't be too bad. But thank you for being here, Corey. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We all have off days. Will Brand said, Corey, you suck today. 3 strikes. You're out.
You're out. Bye, Corey. Bye.
Oh, that's it. Don't leave. We're almost done. All right. Anything else?
No.
Well, shoot.
You know what? I think it'll be fun to see. I want to see. I hope that I wish that they made it to where all the videos could go up, because I would love to see some of these teams go at it. Now, I'm not talking the high ends, because they'll make it. Yeah. But I want to see how the other teams do. You know, how I want to see them go through the clean ladder. I want to see them do the synchronized burpees. I don't want to watch all 150, but I want to be able to see how they do it. You know, just to see them. I want to see where that line's drawn.
This is why we want to submit the videos. Like, okay, we've come full circle to our discussion for the day.
Yep.
I feel horrible for every person that has to judge these team workouts. These are 30-minute workouts.
Yeah.
You have to watch 2 people. Is he getting below parallel? Shit, we're hands behind the line. But if you make them submit videos, there is a whole army that we have seen recently with little bat wings that will gladly sift through all of this shit for you.
Yep.
And just raise a flag. That's all you need. And that's how we used to do it. Make them submit a score with a video. I guarantee you there are hundreds of people around the world that have nothing better to do, and all they want to do is watch people's videos and shit on them for whatever they do. And then just give them a little option here of good or bad. Needs review 3. And if there's enough of these needs review that go up, then take your professionals and then eyeball that one.
Totally.
Problem solved. I know that sounds like a crazy concept.
That was the whole reason of having it to where you could judge people's videos that weren't if you weren't at an affiliate, you had to submit your video. You had to post it so people could see it. That was like that option is there. I don't know why it's not on everything. Just make it be everywhere. That will solve, I think, or at least give it a shot and see what it does. It's got to help.
You're right. I mean, you obviously, in the world of leaving it to the court of public opinion, I do not like. I don't give a shit what the public thinks about their opinions on all these things. But like in this case, yes,
you need them.
Right. Like, is someone going to really go in there? Like, there's always going to be people that like say needs review on someone they don't like. Like, that's just going to be a part of it. But I'd rather there'd be a handful of dicks out there, like just being jerks about who they like and don't like and have submissions. But guess what? You aren't allowed to vote unless you take the judges course.
Totally.
And then we infuse more people who have invested in the game to be a part of it. I just,
I agree. I agree.
All right. If anybody has like, see, we've been waiting for someone that has the ability to do like cartoon stuff for us. And if anybody can make a Game of Thrones thing with rowers on a soapbox for myself, or just like me sitting. Game of Thrones box.
Thrones box.
It's Thrones box. All right, gang. Hey, thanks for jumping on with us in an early afternoon session. I'm glad some of you guys that normally wish they could be live with us on YouTube got a chance to do it. We gave our opinions on the leaderboard. We gave our strategy for the teamwork. If you guys are doing the team events this weekend, best of luck. Have some fun. Good luck in your path to semifinals. And then come next week, we will sit back and analyze the programming of the team quarterfinals. Bill, enjoy coaching for the rest of your long-ass coaching day.
Oh, I know. I need to go eat.
Oh, man. I just repainted our bathrooms. It took like 2 days, but I'm covered in paint flecks. You can't see it here, but it's everywhere. It's like the good old days.
Oh, it does feel like that. Yeah. When you kind of get back in there, you start mixing it up. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to do these things and those things. It's fun. It's fun to get back to that. Totally.
It felt good. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Have fun this weekend. Good luck to the teams, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.